What's up, guys? This is GKCookin back with another episode yet again. Got an exciting one for you guys. We're gonna be doing some delicious Serrano marinated pork chops called out by my boy Keaton Tan. This one's for you, my man. We got the Bok Choy that we're gonna be grilling up in the pan, served over some delicious brown rice. You guys stay tuned. And guys, remember, go ahead and hit that like button for me, smash that subscribe button, and let's get into this thing, huh? So we're gonna go ahead and make our marinade for these pork chops. I'm gonna go ahead and start out by pouring the whole can of juice without the actual pineapple chunks. We're gonna get all that in there. So pour all that juice in there. So what's good about this juice is that because it's sweet, it's gonna cut the spice of these serranos. So that's really, really important. We're gonna pour all of our seasonings in here too. So I have a tablespoon of the Sicilian blend seasoning that I like so much. We have a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of cumin, and a half a teaspoon of lemon pepper. A tablespoon and a half of olive oil, eyeball it. Half a cup of water. All right, so I'm gonna take our tomatillo. Just gonna chop this guy in quarters. Just wanna go ahead, make it a little bit easier on our magic bullet. Although this thing is super awesome. If you guys don't have a magic bullet, go get one, because they just make all my smoothie and all my blending needs so simple, and it's really good. It's really good. All right, we're gonna juice this one lime. Roll that guy out first. Get all those juices flowing. Squeeze that in there. I'm not gonna use all these. I'm just gonna use these three. We got what'll equate to about, I don't know, I'd say a quarter cup or so. We're just gonna give these a rough chop, throw those in. We're also gonna do 4 cloves of garlic. Simple as that. Pop these guys real fast. Put your lid on, give it a few pulses. All right, guys, so I'm just cutting up our pork chops right here. We're shooting for about 2/3 to 3/4 of an inch on each one. Got this pork loin, I'm already laying them in here just like this. We're gonna go ahead and take this awesome marinade that we made earlier. We're just gonna douse these guys in it. You wanna get them real nice and just totally covered. We're also going to go ahead and pour these pineapples in here as well. Got this all in here now. I'm just gonna cap it off. And then we're gonna throw this into the fridge for about 30 minutes to an hour, and then we're gonna get it cooking. Next step, we're gonna do our rice. So what we're gonna do here is just 1 cup of brown rice. Make sure to rinse this off. I'm just gonna throw this in our pot. Throw that in our pot right there is what we're doing, yeah. And then I'm gonna hit it with a little bit, about a half a teaspoon of olive oil. A little drizzle, just enough to keep it from sticking to itself. And then we have twice as much water for however much rice we're doing. So we did 1 cup of rice. We're doing 2 cups of water. That's my general rule for making rice. We're gonna bring this to a boil. We're gonna cap it off, turn it down to simmer, and we're gonna let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes until all the water has evaporated out of the rice. We're gonna be good to go. All right, guys, so our pork chops have been marinating now for some time. Check these guys out. Just look how good this thing looks. Oh my gosh. So we're gonna go ahead and throw these in our pan. I got my pan on medium-high heat, airing more towards the high side. I got a little oil in here already. We're gonna go ahead and lay these guys in. Get in on this. Check this out. Look at that. We're gonna throw in some of these pineapples as well, get those guys cooking up in there too. I'm gonna eyeball them, probably let them cook up for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. While they're cooking, I'm gonna hit them with a few cracks of black pepper on each one. And then we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of this pink Himalayan salt over them too. Not too much, we can always add more salt later. These guys flipped over here. You can see our pork chops here are looking real nice. Got our pineapples getting all sauteed up too. I'm just gonna base these up just a little bit with a little bit more of this sauce here. That Serrano sauce. Want to make sure you get some of those chunks of that garlic and Serrano too. Oh yeah. Keaton, you're quite the magician. And again, we're gonna let these keep going for just a little bit longer, get them nice and browned up, and they'll be ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and make a sauce that we're gonna drizzle over the top of these baby boks while they're grilling in the pan. Currently I have about 1/8 cup of chopped up cilantro here, coupled with about 1.5 teaspoons of chopped up garlic. I'm gonna add to this about 1/4 cup or so of soy sauce. Eyeball that. And then we're gonna do about 1 tablespoon or so of honey. We're gonna take a spoon, just mix this up real good. It's as simple as that. So I'm super excited for these baby boks. We're gonna add some real good classical flavor to the dish. For those of you who don't know what bok choy is and have never even used it before, it is essentially just like a Chinese cabbage. Very mild in bitterness, really nice. What I'm gonna do to it is I'm just gonna cut it in half. And I have my grill pan right here that we're gonna throw some olive oil on, get it real nice and hot. We're just gonna sear it on each side for just a few minutes and cover it in this sauce. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what to do to it. Wash it, of course. I'm literally just gonna kind of pull these leaves apart and know exactly where I wanna cut through. And we are just gonna get that knife right there in the center, just like that. Go right through the middle. And you wanna leave the butt of it on, and that's what's gonna hold it together, kind of like an onion. And that's exactly what we want right there. Boom, just like that. How pretty is that? So pretty. So as you can see, I've got a little bit of olive oil in our pan. Our pan is really, really hot, and that's super important. If you don't have one of these grill pans as well, you can actually grill these on your grill. If you don't have one of those, a normal pan would work really well too, especially a cast iron. I'm gonna go ahead and lay these face down in this pan, just like this. And let these start cooking up. The leaves are almost, like when they cook down, they're almost gonna seem like spinach. How whenever you put spinach in a pan with oil, they immediately start to turn a different color and really just start to soften a lot. That's kind of what's gonna happen with those. And we're gonna cook these probably about, I would say 4 or 5 minutes. I wanna maintain some of that crunchiness. I'm gonna go ahead and hit these with a little black pepper and a little bit of salt as well. So let's go ahead and get them flipped here. As you can see, oh wow, kind of connected. Really nice and charred up. Look at that, those look really, really good. We're gonna brush these with a little bit of this marinade that we made earlier and only let them cook for about another 1 or 2 minutes on this side. Just because we don't want them to get too soft. All right, perfect. All right guys, and here we are. We got all of our food nice and cooked up. Let's go ahead and get this thing plated, huh? So we're gonna go ahead and lay a nice little bed of rice here, right in the middle. I'm gonna lay one of these awesome pork chops in here. Lay that right there. And we're gonna get some of these pineapples. Go ahead and get ourselves some of that juice as well. And some of those pineapples drip in there, it's okay. Just lastly, our baby bok choy that I'm gonna lay on here. We're gonna sprinkle just a little bit more cilantro over the top here for that garnish. There you have it. We got ourselves a delicious Serrano pepper basted pork chop. You got those pineapples there. You got this baby bok choy as well over a nice bed of brown rice. I am super excited for this one. If you haven't already, go ahead and press that like button. Hit that subscribe button for me. Follow my channel. I'm dropping new videos every single week. Count on it. And as always, guys, that is a chop.